Hey everyone! Let's have a little chat about something that may sound complicated at first, but I promise, it's actually super relevant to all of us: global trade. Now, I know what you might be thinking: why should I care about tariffs? Well, let me ask you this: have you ever ordered something online and wondered why shipping suddenly got more expensive? Or why your favorite gadget now costs more than it did last year? Yep. That's global trade affecting you directly. So today, let's explore what's really going on in the world of trade, especially now that countries like the United States and others are changing their tariff policies. It's kind of like a giant game of chess, but instead of pawns and kings, we're talking cars, electronics, food, and even data. Alright, let's rewind for a second. For many years, the world was all about free trade. Countries opened their borders, cut down tariffs, and worked together to move goods as easily as possible. But recently, we've seen a shift. The US, for example, has started to raise tariffs on imports, especially from countries like China. Why? To protect domestic industries. To bring back manufacturing jobs. And to push back against what they see as unfair trade practices. Sounds logical, right? But when a big country like the US makes changes like that, it sets off a chain reaction. Other countries don't just sit back. They respond. Some raise their own tariffs. Others look for new trade partners. It's like a ripple in a pond: you drop one stone, and the water moves everywhere. So what does this mean for the future of trade? Well, let me break it down. First, we're seeing a move away from globalization and toward regional trade. Countries want to trade more with their friends or trusted partners. Have you heard of the term friendshoring? It's the new buzzword. Instead of offshoring to the cheapest country, companies are now choosing countries that are politically aligned. It's safer. But not always cheaper. Second, developing countries might be hit the hardest. Many of them rely heavily on exports to big markets like the US or Europe. So when tariffs go up, it becomes harder for their goods to compete. And these countries may also feel pressure to choose sides in global conflicts, something they might not want to do. Now let's talk about something even more important: technology. Trade isn't just about bananas and cars anymore. It's about semiconductors, artificial intelligence, cloud services, even TikTok. And when tech becomes a national security issue, you can bet tariffs are coming. We've already seen restrictions on exporting chips and advanced technologies between countries. This could seriously reshape supply chains around the world. Let's pause for a second. Are you still with me? Good. Because now it's getting personal. All of this impacts you and me, the consumers. When tariffs rise, companies usually pass the cost on to us. So yes, your new phone might cost more. That cool pair of sneakers might get delayed, or disappear completely. But here's the interesting part. These changes are also opening up new opportunities. Countries like Vietnam, India, and Mexico are becoming more attractive to global companies looking to reduce their reliance on China. So if you're from one of those countries, guess what? You might just be in the middle of a huge economic shift. For businesses, the game is changing too. It's not just about finding the cheapest supplier anymore. Now they need to consider political risks, environmental standards, human rights. Basically, they have to think long-term and act responsibly. And let's not forget the positive side. Some of these shifts are actually helping push forward more sustainable, ethical trade. New agreements are focusing on green technology, digital trade, and labor standards. That's a win for the planet, and for all of us. So, where does this leave us? Are we heading toward more division, more walls, and more every country for itself? Or are we simply redefining the way we trade, making it more thoughtful, more balanced, more resilient? Here's my personal take. The world of trade is not ending. It's just evolving. Yes, there will be bumps along the road. Yes, there will be disagreements. But ultimately, trade is about connection, between people, ideas, and cultures. So, whether you're a student, a traveler, a business owner, or just someone who likes to shop online, this affects you. And understanding it gives you power. Thanks so much for listening. And hey, if you found this interesting, share your thoughts. What changes have you noticed in the way we buy, sell, and connect across borders? Let's keep the conversation going.